You're listening to the Multiverse Fancast, proud member of the Misfit Faction Media Network.
All right then, on with the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Multiverse Fancast. Don't forget, if you guys are listening to us on the go, you can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and, of course, our website, themisfitfaction.com. There you'll find links to not only this show, but some of our other shows, like Cinematic Adventures and MF Uncensored. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Paul. With me via the Zoom studio is Ronnie. Ronnie, how are you today?
I am doing fantastic, sir. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So we wanted to do something fun. We just did our character study on Lex Luthor, which was a great episode. We did, what did we do right before that? Flash. I think it was Flash right before that. And now to get the taste of, unfortunately, Flash is not doing so hot. They already released their digital release.
Yeah. That's not a good sign.
Which is a shame. I really did enjoy the Flash movie. I'm really upset that it bombed. Bad.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that at some point, just kind of what's happening with DC and where they're at, because it is not looking particularly good for DC. Nothing? You got nothing to say on that?
They can bounce back. I have faith for some stuff coming up.
They can bounce. You're just happy that Margot Robbie's still in it.
Well, yeah, I just can't wait. I think it's next weekend. Barbie movie.
The Barbie movie, Barbenheimer. It's Barbie and Oppenheimer. We're gonna go see both. We're gonna get tickets
at the same time.
Apparently, like 200,000 people have gotten. Like they've said that there's like $200,000 of sales where it's Barbie and Oppenheimer in the same day.
Wow.
Next week's gonna be a weird week for movies because, like, Sean and I were just talking about on Cinematic Adventures. We talked about Toy Story because Pixar has been releasing a couple of duds themselves, and we talked a little bit about the movie industry and where it's at. And unfortunately, now, speaking of which, we did have the writers and Hollywood strike has now become official. So the writers were on strike. Now the rest of Hollywood is on strike, and it is going to have quite the impact on the entertainment industry for the next couple of months, if not couple of years. We did see it.
You already saw.
Yeah. Deadpool got pushed back, but let's talk about what we got from Deadpool this week. We got our first look at Wolverine in his yellow and blue suit.
Okay, not gonna lie. I don't know if my camera can show it via Zoom, but when you said that, I got chills.
Why aren't you wearing a shirt?
To show you.
Oh, God. Stop it.
To show you that my nipples got hurt?
No, get out of here. They look like Wolverine's claws. Ew. You look like Walmart Wolverine. But so we had our first look, and it is fantastic. Now, personally, I wish that I don't know if it was released via a set leak, because a bunch of set leaks came out with him in the costume and all that stuff. I don't know if it was a set leak, and they were just like, let's just roll with it, which has happened plenty of times. Yeah. I would have much rather preferred like an official first look if that's the case. Like, hey, here's our promotion. Because even though it looks great, which is shocking because a lot of times those costumes do not translate well behind the scenes photos. And it's not until like they are put into like the production's added and effects are added and all these things. So it looks awesome. I'm really excited. But they have not released if he's wearing the mask yet.
Yeah.
I think he'll have it and he'll just kind of not wear it.
Yeah. I think it might be one of those where I feel like he's going to start with it on. And I have a feeling like Wade Wilson's going to say something stupid about it.
Like, your mask looks dumb.
Like, yeah.
Nerd.
He's going to like take it off or something like that. Yeah.
Well, so the big theory, or one of the theories, is that the universe that they're in isn't the main like X-Men universe that we saw on the other films. It's actually the one from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness where Charles Xavier had his traditional yellow chair. They're saying that there's like a fan theory that that's actually the world that they're in. So, because obviously Deadpool's going to be doing multiversal jumping in this movie, which he's the perfect character for them to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see a little bit later than we expected, though.
Marvel hasn't had a good time with multiverse and stuff.
Which is a shame, because, like, it was awesome. I think there's an oversaturation of it, and an oversaturation of content. Like, I think it was Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. He said that it was because of too much content, especially like the TV shows and all that. Because we still have not watched this week's Secret Invasion, and we just kind of like, but we'll get to it at some point. The show's almost done, like, and it really has not captured us at all. But moving on, we did get a ton of casting news on the DC front, but we are going to save that. We're going to do a whole separate episode that we're planning to talk DC and talk where they are and then the new Superman. I think we recorded the Lex Luthor episode right before the Superman casting news broke, I want to say.
Yes. If anything, maybe they announced who was playing Superman or something like that. Basically, we didn't know anything with the exception of maybe who was playing Superman.
Yeah. And then we had our next look at Blue Beetle. We were just talking about the trailer offline, and I was like, no, save it for the show. But Blue Beetle's still coming out. I believe it comes out next month, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. Just the look of, the suit or whatever, armor, whatever you want to call it.
It looks
fantastic.
Yeah.
Visuals are there, and come on, George Lopez, come on now.
All right, let's go easy on George Lopez. I love George Lopez, but he does not turn everything to gold. But if they play that the Lowrider song at some point, they might have a hit on their hands.
They have to.
It looks like a very interesting combination of like Spider-Man and a little bit of Iron Man and all these things. So I'm excited. I'm curious to see how it's gonna do. Unfortunately, but I think that the Cobra Kai kid has enough of a following at this point that people are gonna go see it. And obviously they want to hear what the reviews are going to say. But if Michael Keaton as Batman did not bring people to theaters, that's not a good sign for DC right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's talk about today's topic. Now, we did an episode in this vein a few months ago, and it was quite a hit, surprisingly, and it was a lot of fun for us to do. So we decided to double down on it, and we are doing another superhero battle royale, but we are going to be doing it slightly different this time. Ronnie has a list of 16, I believe it was.
So round 1 is 16 matchups. So really we have 32 characters.
Okay. And then, so they'll be whittled down. We'll pick a champion, and we did not pick these characters. These characters are not something that we were like, all right, let's write this down, throw the name in the hat, and see what happens. So some of them are going to be very, very easily dispatched, and then some are going to be some discussion-based. So we'll do that for the first half of the episode, and then at the end, we did another random list that I got, and it is listed, but it is randomized, and we'll discuss just some what-ifs after that. So the first is going to be an actual competition, then the second is just going to be some fun conversation.
Yes.
All right, throwing it to you, Ronnie.
Ready?
Ready.
All right. Matchup number 1, again, like you said, some of them are just too OP. So we have Thanos against Nebula.
See, actually, I think that'd be a really fun fight. Nebula's
just so you know,
okay.
Thanos is pictured with the Infinity Gauntlet and all the stones.
Okay, let's just take that out of the equation. That's not fair in any capacity.
Yeah. No, I know.
But let's take the Infinity Gauntlet out of the equation. Nebula has beaten him in the comics, but not consistently enough. So I'm gonna. Oh, poor Nebula. I like Nebula too. Even with all of her cool, like the stuff that she got in the third movie with like the jetpack and all that. I'm gonna have to give it to Thanos.
All right, you ready? Moving on down. This is a good one here.
Okay.
We have Batman against Captain America.
So, Death Battle did this one. They did Batman versus Captain America. It was like one of their first ones, and I remember watching it. And they gave it to Captain America.
Okay, so this is I think this is the thing with Batman all the time. If Batman has time to prepare, Batman's going to win it all the time.
Right.
For the most part, against anyone. But if it's just drop them in the arena, you don't know who you're fighting until you're there, then that's when Batman's like, depends on who it is. And I think just due to the fact that, you got Captain America with the super soldier serum is what gives him the edge because he doesn't need anything.
Yeah, and also he still actively trains and he still betters himself. And I'm gonna give it if it's no weapons, equipment, anything like that, prep time type stuff. If it's literally just like a underground brawl, bare knuckles, I'm gonna give it to Captain America all day.
Yeah, all of these is just gonna be you get dropped into an arena, you don't know who you're fighting. You can bring like basic equipment that you normally carry. So. Yeah, so Cap's moving on with that one. Right. Next up, we have Bane against Black Panther.
Ooh, That's a good one. I like that
Right?
one. I will. They have their standard equipment and all that stuff.
Standard equipment.
I'm gonna give it to Black Panther.
I'm gonna say Black Panther too. If he's got the suit that absorbs all that kinetic energy, and he's able to use that, I think is what can kind of overtake Bane.
I would argue though that like Bane's a smart guy, despite what some of the movie adaptations have shown us. But he could strategize. He could probably beat the same thing with like as Batman. Like he can outsmart T'Challa at some point, but I don't think in a straight up brawl. You know, again, if there's a problem with the natural enhancement versus like the super enhancement. Like Bane's a big dude, but he also uses venom. And T'Challa is, you know, he's a little bit smaller, but he's still very powerful in his own right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Black Panther.
All right, I'm agreeing with you on there.
Okay,
We got another fun one now. You ready?
I'm ready. Hit me.
The Flash against Jolly Green Giant, the Hulk.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think I might have to go with the. I think I might have to go with Flash actually.
Real. All right, defend yourself.
I think just due to the fact of the super speed, right? He's able to throw the quote unquote lightning around. He's able to phase through things and everything. I think he might be able to phase through the Hulk.
Probably could. I feel like he gets stuck.
And then phase through him, just like we've seen in the show where they like phase the hand through. And
also, for the record, we are looking at any medium of our choice. We're looking at TV, movies, comics, all that stuff. Obviously, comics over the past years are going to have a lot of different versions. I'm actually going to argue you. I'm going to go Hulk.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you want visual evidence, the simplest one is when Barry tried to fight Superman in Justice League, and he bounced off of him.
Yeah.
So I'd go there first. And while they both heal very quickly, Barry has his healing factor is way more inconsistent. Like sometimes it takes days to fix broken bones. Other times it takes a couple of minutes. But I'm gonna go Hulk, like because Hulk is regenerated from like a skeleton, and like he's had his heart ripped out. He's been decapitated. Like he's a tank, and that's the age old question of Superman versus the Hulk, like who would win, and it depends on who gets tired first, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Hulk.
See, I'm gonna agree. Now that we kind of talked about it again,
sometimes you just gotta talk. You just gotta talk it out. Sometimes
just gotta talk it through. But I'll agree. We'll go with the Hulk.
Okay.
All right. This one is pretty easy in my opinion.
All right.
Lex Luthor against Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna go Doctor Strange.
Yeah, because again, you just drop him in there. Lex has nothing except for his brains.
Like he's smart and he's physically capable, but like he does his mech suits and all that stuff. I would argue that Doctor Strange all day.
Yeah. All right. We have Ronan, the Destroyer, against Groot.
Ronan versus Groot. I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I would probably say Ronan because Ronan like wrecked Drax, and I would argue that Drax is stronger than Groot. But I'm gonna go just based on the movies. I'm gonna go with Ronan.
Yes. All right. Moving on. This is another fun one. Star-Lord against Winter Soldier.
Star-Lord versus Winter Soldier. Oh. I do like that one. Yes, I do. That's a tough one.
Right. So you got Bucky's arm and a gun, right? Because he's always got a gun with him, right? And then you got Star-Lord. He's got his blasters and
rocket boots,
jetpack.
Yeah, he's got gadgets. He's got some gadgets, but I'm gonna give it to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, also same thing. Star-Lord, especially in the movies, is just a dude. Like he's tough and he can fight and all that stuff and he can scrap. But again, straight up, just bare knuckle brawl. I'm gonna give it to Bucky.
Yeah.
Just a nice sniper shot's all you need.
Yep. All right. Ready?
Ready.
We've got Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
Right?
That's I'd want to watch that. I'd watch that fight. That's a good one.
Right? I think so far this is like the most like I want to see this go down kind of fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough because you got essentially you have a god versus a cosmic being.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna go with Captain Marvel.
I think so too. That's kind of where I was leaning.
Because
I
I
think
also
just
like for me, I look at progression, right? So Thor couldn't beat Hela. They had to destroy. Like he could hold his own, but he couldn't beat her. He was technically able to defeat Thanos with the entire Infinity Gauntlet with Stormbreaker. And then obviously he decapitated him. So Thor Peak was able to defeat Thanos. But Captain Marvel was able to hold Thanos' hand open.
Yeah.
Like he had to actually bare knuckle one of those stones just to do any damage. Like he bounced off of her.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Captain Marvel on that one.
Yes.
That's a
Again,
fun one,
I think it's slight edge. Slight edge. There.
Slight edge. I would love to watch that fight.
Oh, 100%. All right, now we go back to easy. You ready?
I'm ready.
Superman against Loki.
Super. Well, actually, Loki can do magic. Yeah, see? It's not as easy. But
I still think it's got to be Superman.
I think so too.
I think just because if you drop him in the arena, even if you have magic against Superman, I think he's intelligent enough to understand certain things and obviously just your power and strength. And I don't think Loki would know about kryptonite.
No, I don't think he'd know enough to conjure something like that too. Like, I mean, I'm sure like his weapons would probably hurt Superman because they are magic based, so they can damage him. But I think, in all honesty, it's going to be Superman because Superman's beaten magic foes before.
Yeah,
Loki has a terrible track record.
Yes,
we love Loki though.
All right.
We love
him. Moving on,
we
have Black Widow against Catwoman.
Ooh, that's again another fun one. Wow, I'd watch that fight.
I think I would have to go with Black Widow.
I'm going to go with Black Widow also.
An assassin with guns, and Catwoman is just like, can fight and has a whip.
But Black Widow's also got her gauntlets. She's fought superhumans before. Catwoman not nearly as much. Like Catwoman has fought. Like she fought with Superman with Batman, but Batman did most of that fighting. But like she's very capable. I would say Natasha Romanoff all day.
All right, moving on.
All right,
we have the Scarlet Witch against Rocket.
So Death Battle actually just did Rocket versus Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I'm gonna go with Wanda.
Yeah,
Scarlet
that was kind of easy.
Yeah, I like Rocket though.
Yeah. All right, this is another easy one. We have War Machine against Wonder Woman.
Ooh, that's a fun one though. I'm gonna say Wonder Woman on that one.
Yeah, that's she's just a little too overpowered for War Machine.
Yeah, he has like explosives and stuff like that and repulsors, but like most of his arsenal is a lot of bullets, and we've seen that he doesn't really worry about bullets too much.
Nope. All right. We have next up, we got some villains.
Oh,
we have Joker against Ultron.
I'm gonna go Ultron because I don't think Joker has anything in his arsenal that would defeat him. That's funny.
All right. Moving on. We have, speaking of Ultron, it's kind of funny. Iron Man against Vision.
That's a tough one, actually. I feel
I might have to lean towards Vision.
I might have to also. Like, Iron Man could probably figure out how to defeat Vision.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd be able to do it.
No. And I think Vision's just a little too...
Vision's pretty OP.
Mind. Yeah. Because, it's basically Ultron, right?
Yeah, he's the body that Ultron wanted.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Vision.
All right, and moving on, we got Thor against Gamora.
Gamora could probably hold her own to a point, but I'm going to say Thor.
All right. Last matchup of round 1.
Okay.
We have Spider-Man against Nightwing.
Ooh, I'd love that fight.
I know you would.
Oh my god, that'd be a top tier fight. Just the acrobatics
Gonna end
alone.
in a tie.
No, it can't end in a tie. But I'll say Spider-Man.
Yeah. All right.
Womp womp.
So round 1 is complete. Let's keep on moving on. Round 2.
All right.
Back to the top of the order. We
Top of the
have
order.
Thanos against Captain America.
Does Cap have Mjolnir?
No, because he doesn't really have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Thanos. Dang it!
Right?
Right. Double
All
dang
right.
it.
Another fun one. Black Panther against the Hulk.
That is a fun one, actually. I think
Right? Because essentially that's because we've gotten something similar where we've had like Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they fought a few
But-
times.
Yeah. But T'Challa doesn't have healing powers like Wolverine did.
Yeah, and like T'Challa does heal faster, but not. I'm gonna give it to the Hulk, especially like a full on World War Hulk or World Breaker Hulk or Savage Hulk. Like, yeah, shame.
Yep.
I think
right.
T'Challa with technology and time to plan it could definitely take on the Hulk. But
Yes.
I think just like we said, it's literally just dropping them in an arena with their most common equipment. Just like Batman, like if he had like he has the Justice League Slayer suit that he wears, like but we're trying to keep it. We're trying to make some rules.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
We have Doctor Strange against Ronan.
That's a fun one. I
Right?
would say Doctor Strange though, because we've seen Doctor Strange go up against like other villains that like other aliens where the physical aliens he doesn't have as much trouble with, but it's like, you had your Ebony Maw who could do magic like him.
Yeah.
That's where he had a challenge. So I would say Doctor Strange on this one.
Yes. I'm agreeing with you. All right. This one's probably, in my opinion, easy.
Okay.
Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Is Captain Marvel bulletproof? Has it been established? I'm going to assume she's bulletproof.
I would assume so too. I don't think it has been, but
like she plows through energy blasts and spaceships, so I'm sure she's also bulletproof.
Yeah, right? All right. Moving on to the other side of the board for round 2. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Superman against Black Widow.
Superman. It's not fair having Superman on the list. Like I hate to say it.
All right. This is good. All right. We've got Wanda against Wonder Woman.
Ooh, that'd be a great fight. Wow.
Right?
Oh wow, yeah. That's a tough
I
one.
might have to go with Wanda.
I'm thinking Wonder Woman.
Are you?
Wonder Woman has defeated characters where magic is like their thing. Obviously, Wanda can change reality and like alter reality, but I think in just a straight up 1v1, I think Wonder Woman would take it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, Wanda's like the strongest being that Marvel has.
She's one of them. Yeah.
I mean, so is Wonder Woman in the DC universe. That's where I'm like torn. Like,
I know it's a tough one.
Wanda's magic constrict Wonder Woman, right? Because we've seen Wanda be able to constrict Thanos before with her magic.
True.
And so then it's almost like, is Thanos more powerful than Wonder Woman, And
you know what? Let's go Wanda on that one. Yeah.
Slight edge. Those two, that matchup right there is like flip of the coin. Whatever it lands on, it lands.
Yeah,
on.
it'd be a good fight though. I'd like that fight.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like Wonder Woman just needs one punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Ultron against Vision.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to.
It's basically fighting yourself.
I'm gonna go Vision though, because Vision helped defeat Ultron.
Yep.
And he went toe to toe with him.
All right.
That's a good one.
Thor, Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go Thor.
Oh, sorry, Spidey.
Yeah, sorry, Spidey. We love Spider-Man. We're big fans, but in all honesty, like Thor would.
You're nowhere near the top of the list.
No
strength and stuff like that. All right. Here we go. We're down to the Elite Eight. You ready for this?
All right, let's do
First matchup. See who gets into the top 4. We have Thanos against the Hulk.
Oh man, well we watched Thanos wipe the floor with the Hulk. So if we're just basing it on the movies, it's gonna be Thanos. Comics would be a little bit more of an interesting fight.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go Thanos. Oh,
All right.
that was a great fight. Like that was a great way to start that movie. I'll always say it.
Again, it depends on what Hulk we get. Right. I mean, it's picturing our Avenger MCU Hulk. So obviously, just in that vein, again, we had that fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. This is a tough one, I think.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel.
Ooh. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Captain Marvel, actually. Because, like, he fought Thanos, who, yes, Thanos did have the Infinity Gauntlet, but, like, Captain Marvel overpowered him with that. And Strange couldn't. Strange might have been able to beat him, even though, like, he's like, I got to do just the one choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Captain Marvel, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm agreeing with you. Again, that's a good one. That's another close one. All right. Here we go. We have your boy, Superman, against Wanda.
I'm going to go Superman.
Yeah.
It's not fair having Superman on this list.
Again, it's one of those, if Wanda can beat Wonder Woman, she can put up a really good fight against Superman.
I think she could beat Superman, but like 9 times out of 10, it's going to be him. And I'd rather go with those odds. Like for in Vegas, those are the odds I'm playing.
100%. All right, last matchup of the Elite Eight to finish up our top 4. We have Vision against Thor.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. I'm going to go... This is a tough one. This is a really tough one.
I'm kind of leaning towards Thor. I think just whether he's got Stormbreaker or Mjolnir, I think, and the fact that, the lightning and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's a god.
Mm-hmm.
I think gives him a slight edge.
So my only argument would have been in the MCU, just exclusive to the MCU. Thor was losing to to Ultron, but Vision was able to beat Ultron. So in theory, but I think he was actually just distracting Ultron. I'm running out of things to say, but I'm gonna go Thor. Like you get like your Odin Force Thor or your King Thor, like no contest.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Final 4.
Let's do it.
All right. We have Thanos, Captain Marvel.
Ah, man, I really wanted it to be a Thanos-Superman matchup at the end, but I'm going to say Captain Marvel.
I was going to say, based off of like what we saw in MCU, can beat Thanos even with the Infinity Gauntlet. And we're talking Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet.
Correct.
Right? So it's like, I think Captain Marvel wipes him clean.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No.
All right. And then we have Superman against Thor. God versus God.
That's an old fight. That one's been around for a long time, but I'm gonna go Superman.
I think so too, just because of the fact that really the only thing that can kind of hurt Superman really is kryptonite.
Yeah, especially in this case. Like, obviously, Thor has power, but he doesn't necessarily have magic powers. Like, he controls the elements, but it's not... like, the Odin Force is probably some sort of magic, but in all honesty, like, we'll discuss why Superman's going to win this whole thing at the end, and why we shouldn't have him in a friggin' matchup, Ronnie. But,
all right.
Yeah.
So should we just not even say it?
We can discuss it, though. For Captain Marvel versus Superman... I think Captain Marvel definitely has the potential to beat Superman, but it's going to be Superman.
I honestly feel like Captain Marvel, if you do fight 10 times, I truly believe that Superman's winning 6 or 7 fights.
I'm going to say 9.5. Jeez.
I don't know.
The problem is, and I keep bringing up Death Battle. I know I keep doing that in these, but they did their Superman versus Goku episodes. They did 2 of them because the fan reaction was wild on the first one.
Yeah.
And they established that the thing about Superman is he's a character he doesn't have limits to break, right? He's constantly just getting more and more powerful, and if anything, he holds himself back to a certain degree. And we've seen that in a lot of different medium where Superman's really only defeated by being outsmarted. And if you're going to put 2 superpowered beings together to fight it out, bare knuckles, whatever you got on your back type characters, I'm going to give it to Superman any day. He's a character that's not designed to lose. That's why when he died, it was a huge thing because Superman lost. Like, Superman at one point, if you look at the comics, he was strong enough to sneeze away a galaxy. Like, he's held infinity in his hands. He's held a black hole in his hands. Like, the things that Superman can do, especially, it's not really fair because he has almost 100 years of content. Like, he came out in 1938. We're closing in on 100 years of Superman. Like, that's going to happen in our lifetime, which is wild. But, like, he's a character that has gone through so many different iterations where he's been so powerful that they didn't know what to do with him. And then where he's just been pretty powerful. That's why we're very excited to see what James Gunn does with him. Because, you know, obviously you look at the Snyderverse with Henry Cavill as Superman, he was pretty friggin' OP.
Yeah.
Like, the whole not impressed thing when Steppenwolf drops the ass. That actually came from a comic book where Steppenwolf, same thing. And I think Superman actually said the same line. But, yeah. Oh, that was a good one. Well done, Ronnie.
All right. Thank you, sire.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're just going to do a couple of what-ifs. But first, a quick break. Hey guys, it's Paul, and the Misfit Faction is looking for your help. We are trying to grow not only our network, but also grow our brands, and the best way to do that is if you guys are looking to start your very own podcast. Maybe you guys have been listening to us for a while, maybe it's something you guys have always wanted to do, but you're not sure how to get started. If you go to podbean.com/misfitfaction, you guys will get a month of free podcasting on us. That is a gift from us. So make sure if you guys are looking to start your own show, you reach out to us and go to podbean.com/misfitfaction. Also, maybe you guys have your own online business or service that you're always looking to grow, and advertising is a very big part of that. If you guys go to sponsorship.podbean.com/misfitfaction, you guys can get $100 worth of free advertising, again, as a thank you from us to you guys. That's sponsorship.podbean.com/misfitfaction. All right, we are back, and now we have another list where this was just a randomly generated list. I tried to get characters from all different mediums, but again, it is what it is, and we did our best. So there's 20 of them. We're just going to run through them, and we'll see what Ronnie says. Some of these are really good, though, so I'm really excited. Yeah. All right. Some of them are very generic, though. Thor versus Wonder Woman. I'm going to go Thor. Iron Man versus Batman. Yeah. Batman. You gonna go Batman on this one?
I'm gonna go Batman. He's richer.
Actually, I think they did a net worth of the most richest the richest characters in comic books, and it's actually Black Panther's the richest comic book character.
Well, so, he's got his own country, so
yeah, I know, right? Vibranium. So you're gonna go Batman. I can get behind that. Spider-Man versus the Flash. Ooh,
the Flash.
You're going to go Flash? I'll go Flash.
Yeah.
This one's you're going to like. Green Lantern versus Captain Marvel.
Even though I am a big Green Lantern fan.
I know. We're going to go Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. This one's not as good. Hulk versus Aquaman.
Aquaman, 100%.
Get out of here. If they are near a body of water or anything like that, I might give him an edge, but it's going to be Hulk all day. We did this one. We did Black Widow versus Catwoman, right?
Yeah.
That's actually on this list. That's really funny. All right, you ready? Captain America versus Superman.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be Superman. Yeah, we know. Do you know they actually combined those characters at one point, and they were a character called Super Soldier?
Huh.
Yeah, they did a whole series called Amalgam Comics where basically they took Marvel and DC and smashed it together. Like they combined, It was so 90s. They combined Wolverine and Batman to create a character named Darkclaw, and he looked as 90s as it possibly could be. All right, let's see. This one's a fun one. Wolverine versus Green Arrow. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think just due to the healing factor, it's Wolverine.
Yeah, I think just straight up in a straight up fight, it's going to be. Green Arrow's like, here's my nuclear arrow. Wait, what? this is a good one. Doctor Strange versus Zatanna.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Zatanna. The things that Zatanna has done in the comics, a little bit more than Doctor Strange.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
That's a really tough one. There's some tough ones on this one.
I'm going to agree with that. I could see Doctor Strange beating her, though, but...
I think it's almost a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some really good ones on this one. All right. Black Panther versus Nightwing. I'm going to go Black Panther.
Yeah.
As much as I like Nightwing.
Just adamantium and healing.
You mean vibranium?
Vibranium. Sorry.
Totally different fictional metal, Ronnie. God. All right. Let's see. Now, this is an old one. They've done this one a lot. Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm going to go Deadpool also, just because he breaks comic books.
Yeah.
Iron Fist versus Shang-Chi.
Now, are we talking about Netflix Iron Fist?
If it's MCU, it's going to be Shang-Chi all day. I'm going to say also Shang-Chi he's considered the best martial artist in comics. It'd be a fun fight. That would be a really cool fight to see.
Oh, yeah.
With a different actor playing Danny Rand. All right.
Yes.
Here, ready? Scarlet Witch versus Raven.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Initial thought was Scarlet Witch.
Uh-huh.
I think I might still go with Scarlet Witch.
I'm going to go with Scarlet Witch, but that would be a great fight.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Storm from X-Men versus Static Shock. I know, that's a fun one. I think Storm's going to take the advantage on that just because she can do more things.
Yes.
Like,
I'd agree.
In a lightning fight, she probably wouldn't win. But, like, she's like,
Well,
oh, blizzard. Oh, tornado.
Yeah.
Oh.
She could probably control... you know what? She could probably control Static Shock.
I don't think so, because he can control electricity much better than she can. Like, she's more of a... She just conjures it.
Yeah.
So, like, she can direct it, but not as efficiently as some of the other characters. Let's see. Daredevil versus Batgirl.
Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one, though. Daredevil versus Nightwing is another good one. Let's see. Captain Marvel versus Supergirl. Ooh.
I mean, if you say Captain Marvel versus Superman and Superman's winning, I would have to say Supergirl
by
will
default
win too, because it's the same character, just female.
All right, fair. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Moon Knight versus Huntress. I'm going to say Moon Knight.
See, all I can think about is how bad and how much I hated the Moon Knight TV
I love that show. I don't know what's wrong with you.
It's like, that's why I just, like, out of spite, I want to go with Huntress.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like Huntress, but in all honesty, I'm going to go Moon Knight.
But yeah, no, Moon Knight.
All right, here's a fun one. Blade versus Constantine.
I think it's just, you got magic.
Yeah, Constantine would win at a distance, but if Blade gets too close, game over.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ghost Rider versus Etrigan the Demon. Some of these characters, Ronnie's like, who? I tried to do some obscure characters. They gave me a list also of like a bunch of like other characters. I have another list too in case we ever need it.
Yeah.
But let's see.
I think Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider is OP.
Ghost Rider's pretty OP. All right, and then the last one, The Punisher versus Red Hood. Oh yeah, I ended on a tough one.
No way. Honestly, both of them, I feel like they both end up like killing each other at the same time.
I feel like they end up going out and killing a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, that's it, right? They'll be like, wait, why are we fighting? Let's go kill some people together.
I am going to go Punisher, though. Just purely based on... That's a tough one.
I think that was the toughest one.
Yeah. But we want to know what you guys think, so let us know some of these matchups. If you guys agreed with us, if you guys disagreed with us, obviously we're always open to interpretation and conversation, so please make sure you guys let us know. So we're going to save that for Fan Feedback Friday for next week after this episode drops, so that way you guys can get a chance to hear some of our thoughts. So we'll save Fan Feedback Friday for next week. But if you guys are looking for more of our content, you guys can always find us on our website, themisfitfaction.com. You'll find links to all of our shows, Cinematic Adventures, Multiverse Fancast, MF Uncensored, and of course we are on all the social media with the exception of Threads, because I don't know what it is quite yet. But we're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Just type in the Multiverse Fancast or the Misfit Faction. Odds are you'll find some of our stuff. But that was a good episode. That was a lot of fun. It went longer than we anticipated.
Yes, it did, but it was worth it.
And that's going to wrap us up for today. As always, I'm Paul.
I'm Ronnie.
And we'll be back in a flash.
Yeah.